Germany's response to COVID-19 has received praise, but that doesn't mean the country has been immune to coronavirus conspiracy theories.
Die Pandemie hat uns doch gezeigt, dass die Deutschen ein Volk von Dummschafen sind. Weil Corona ist ja ein Intelligenztest gewesen, oder nicht?
This is just one protest of many against government control measures, and they attract an eclectic group of people, anti-vaxxers, the far right, and also German adherents of QAnon.
The country's COVID-19 control measures aren't extreme. Bars are open, public gatherings are permitted, and masks aren't required outdoors. But there's still a real movement against them. 38,000 people protested in Berlin this August, and many believe coronavirus is a flat-out lie.
Wollt ihr die totale Pharma-Diktatur? Ich will sie nicht und ich werde für dagegen kämpfen.
Attila Hildmann feeds his followers a relentless stream of messages every day. He has 80,000 subscribers on Telegram and posts multiple YouTube videos every week. He was arrested at August's mass demonstration.
What do you think about COVID?
First of all, it's a global agenda.
Do you think it exists?
Yeah, it exists, but it's not what they say what it is. Every day we hear about COVID, and we have empty hospitals here, and nobody is sick. They try to push away our human rights and democracy. That's what I see.
Before COVID-19, Hildmann had one of the few jobs relatively insulated from the lockdown. He was a best-selling cookbook author and celebrity vegan chef.
I transformed myself by developing recipes where you use these healthy ingredients.
Over the course of the pandemic, Hildmann's views on animal welfare and opposition to corporate farming have morphed into something extreme. Like many people who believe a small, powerful elite control the world, anti-Semitic fantasies are never far away.
For 20 years I've been an animal rights activist. I found out that the same industries are my new enemies when it comes to COVID because they are behind it, and it's the agenda of the New World Order. They want to depopulate the whole planet. They want to kill 7 billion people by injection, and they want to enslave the remaining 500 million people and control them with brain chips, and that's something I just had to stood up.
You've been accused of making anti-Semitic remarks.
Yeah.
Do you stand by those?
I never made anti-Semitic statements. I just talked about Rothschild and Rockefeller, which are criminals. They belong in prison.
Hildmann's repeated attacks on what he calls Zionists, such as suggesting they financed the Holocaust, have been clearly documented by the blog Volksverpetzer.
Attila Hildmann definitely is somebody who's a genuine believer and who is so far into these theories that he kind of can't control himself anymore, and who is, of course, hurting himself economically with that. He sold a lot of cooking books, he was on a lot of TV shows, and this, of course, will stop.
Dr. Michael Butter has his own thoughts on why Germany, a country stereotyped as rational and moderate, has found itself the victim of disinformation. Why do you think there are a segment of the German population that believes that COVID is a hoax?
The pandemic wasn't that bad in Germany. The lockdown measures really proved to be effective. As a result of that, many Germans in general, and of course the conspiracy theorists, don't know anybody who had COVID or who died of COVID. And this, of course, drives that this is all a hoax.
The most unexpected part of this movement is the spread and growth of a group with distinctly American origins, QAnon.
QAnon conspiracy allegations are very, very emotional. In that, of course, it's all about child abuse and ritual murder. And this kind of adds some spice to the rather dry things that are happening with COVID in Germany.
QAnon preaches the fiction that President Trump is battling a shadowy cabal of devil-worshipping pedophiles. An analysis of QAnon platforms suggests Germany may have the highest number of believers outside the US, about 200,000. Including Elke and Jürgen Techno.
What is QAnon?
Eine Bewegung. Für mich so ein Ideal für das Gute.
Eine Friedensbewegung.
Danke.
One of the things about QAnon is the belief that there are crimes against children that are organized at an international level. Is that what you believe?
Hunderten ist es bekannt,
Genau.
dass Kinder missbraucht werden, die Kirche ist.
Ich denke, dass er schon viel aufgeräumt hat, dass er schon viel bewegt hat. Man merkt die Bewegung auch in Deutschland, in allen Ländern.
What if you're wrong?
Sind wir wohl Kopfidioten, oder?
QAnon theories don't just add to a dangerous landscape of disinformation. For many, they also have a personal cost.
What do your friends and family think about QAnon?
I have more and more friends now, but before that I have lost my family and all of my friends. And my whole church congregation I have lost because of the truth.
Did you convince any one of them?
My son.
Wie gesagt, Gedankenkontrolle ist das Schmerzen, damit wir in Zukunft wieder eine Welt erschaffen.
That was your son.
My son.
Do you feel bad about your old friends and your family members that you don't talk to anymore?
Oh, I feel very bad and I'm sad about it.
What Michael Walter's family may be feeling, Mirko is going through right now.
Mein großer Sohn.
Mirko was married for 11 years and had 3 kids before his relationship with his wife broke down. He believes her obsession with QAnon and other conspiracies ended their marriage.
What was the moment when you realized you couldn't stay in this marriage anymore?
Das war eigentlich der Punkt, wo ich gemerkt habe, es gibt kein anderes Thema mehr. Das Problem bei Verschwörungstheorien ist ja, die Leute sind erst interessiert, finden das vielleicht sogar witzig und geraten dann immer tiefer in den Strudel rein, werden infiziert. Dann habe ich gesagt, okay, das geht einfach nicht mehr.
He says his ex-wife is still trying to convince him by sending messages. Concern for her mindset has led him to compile them.
Genau. Hier die Epstein-Affäre, die ja auch ein Teil von dem QAnon Insiderwissen zu 9/11 und globaler Versklavung.
Why do you think your ex-wife was sending you all this information?
Na, Verschwörungstheoretiker haben unheimliches Sendungsbewusstsein, also sie wollen missionieren. Sie sind ja die Auserwachten, wollen jetzt andere mit in diese scheinbare Freiheit holen.
We spoke to Mirko's ex-wife, who denies his account and denies she's a conspiracy theorist. For Mirko, his experience has made him an advocate for change.
Do you think more needs to be done to combat conspiracy theories?
Ich glaube schon, dass Medienkompetenz auf jeden Fall ein Schulfach werden müsste. Also wie erkenne ich im Internet gefährliche Seiten?
Mundwindel für Neugeborene, denn sie können...
Und von daher bin ich auf jeden Fall auch bereit, weiter nicht nur für meine Kinder zu kämpfen, sondern auch gegen solche Verbreitung von Falschnachrichten zu kämpfen.